We have got yet another travel day today. We have been boondocking for the last about 10 days or so, and well, boondocking, mooch docking really at some friends' property for the last 10 days, and it is now time for us to make our way back to another campground in the Midwest, which we've been here for a while, and some of you might be wondering why we're still in the Midwest. Our original plan was to make it up to Maine this year, and long story short, the fuel prices caught us off guard. So we need to get packed up still. We've got some stuff inside ready to go, but we have all of this yet to pack up.
And I've got to tighten my lug nuts because I just did that whole service in the last video. Not done it yet.
Now, if you're new to RVing or thinking about RVing and curious about all of the things that you need to get set up and really get prepared to go RVing on the road, we're going to be going over all of our stuff that we use to set up when we get to the next campground. So stick around.
And hit that subscribe button.
Hit the subscribe button. We've got everything in, and one thing that we really love about this RV is that we've got this L track or airline track in the floor, and it actually runs from here. So there's the fridge slide. It runs from here all the way to the back. So we've got 19 feet of usable tie down space in here, which makes it really cool because if we wanted to, we could take out those doors right there. The bikes could go to the back. You can kind of just move anything around that makes it easier. So if you did have a golf cart, you could easily put it more forward, more back, depending on where you want your weight and how you have things set up in here. But for us, this is the best place for the bikes.
If you had like a small car, or like for instance this rig, if we didn't have like the cabinets and stuff like that attached to the walls, you could put like a big side-by-side or a four-door Jeep in this specific RV. It is rated to haul a vehicle, which I think is one reason why I don't you know, I can't say never, but have zero intentions of selling this RV because it is so versatile. Like if later down the road, when you know our kids are only growing up, later down the road we wanted to get a side-by-side or a 6-seater golf cart or whatever, a Jeep, and wanted to haul it in here, we could. Whew.
Well,
Courtney went to go bring the tent in, and I was like, bring it back.
Oh, they're roly-polies.
The roly-poly, yeah, I still don't want 200 roly-polies in the rig.
Oh my.
I bet they're all inside this thing too. Oh, there's a nest of something. Spider nest.
Why? That's gross.
Maybe it's time to just throw this thing in the dumpster.
Hugh's over the tent.
Look in there.
Stop! Gosh.
Time to get this bad boy hooked up. Get on out of here.
We get this quite a bit on our other platforms of what size bed we have, what truck, is this an offset ball because it looks farther back than it should be. Starting off, this is a 3500 Ram dually. What year? Does the year?
It's a 2022 long bed Ram 3500 standard output, four-wheel drive, crew cab, dually.
That's it.
The 68 RFE transmission.
So this, we do not have a offset ball. I know some people, I guess, get confused with it, thinking that the hitch maybe just drops straight down from here, and it doesn't. So it comes forward. The ball is sitting right over the back of the axle where it should be. But I think a lot of people get it confused because they think that the hitch just drops like straight down.
I think
maybe.
where a lot of people get confused is how much space we have between the truck and the front of the trailer.
Maybe it's a whole thing that it looks like it comes here on the back side of the axle and there's more room, but
purely design. So it sits further back. We have more of a squared front end than those kind of rounded front ends, but it adds for more room inside. So they all sit it so that you have clearance on the front because the edges do stick out a little further. But what I love about it is the fact that when I'm not hauling a tank on a hitch rack and the tailgate is down, I have tons of room. Like, I've got a lot of room. We can actually drive the truck completely with the tailgate down, and the tailgate won't hit the front of the fifth wheel. We couldn't do that with our last rig. Our last rig had, like, I would say our last rig was probably similar to where this hitch rack is. Like, it was only about that far away from the tailgate when the tailgate was down to the front of the fifth wheel. So we have a lot more space between the truck and the rig, and it makes for versatility. As you can see that I'm about to put this tank right here between. We brought it more so for here, like being up in Indiana, one of the parks we go to, they have a lot of sites that it's hit or miss whether or not you're gonna have sewer or not have sewer. And so we brought it just in case we didn't have sewer and we needed it. Because having to move the RV just to drop the tanks or dump the tanks, it's a lot of work. And I'd rather just have that than have to move the RV. But now I'm stuck strapping it up every time. So I don't know which is honestly at this point, Court, I don't know which one would have been more work. Whether just leaving the tank in Florida and moving the RV once or twice would have been justified than having to hook that up here every time. But to be fair, Courtney's mom was hauling it most of the year until we got up here.
Now, one other question that we do get quite often is, do we have airbags? Do we have different suspension? What do we have? Is it fine without airbags? We rode our last RV without airbags for quite some time.
First year.
For a whole year. And then we ended up putting the we ended up putting on the Airlift 7500 XL airbag.
We already had onboard air. And whenever we decided to get the airbags, we went with the 7500 XL airbags with the wireless controller. And they have an onboard air system that works really well with this as well. So it's kind of, if you're just looking for an onboard air system and airbags all at the same time, Airlift works. If you're wanting onboard air, Airlift works. So does Klein's onboard air system. So we've kind of had a little experience, I guess, maybe with both. So we ended up just tapping the Airlift system into the onboard air that we already had. So we kind of have like a hybrid system. We have Klein's onboard air, Airlift's airbag and wireless controller system, and it works really well. They have a little small system if you're not looking for onboard air and you literally just want the wireless controller to air up and air down your airbags. They have like a built-in like pump thing that just works for that. It's not onboard air, it just works for the airbags. They have one of those too.
Okay, so hold that thought about hitting going to our next destination. Remember early on this video, a little bit ago, where Hugh said, oh, I got 48 lug nuts to tighten up?
Oh, I forgot to do that already. I don't have my...
Well, didn't do it. And we pulled forward about a whole foot, and I went, oh, you didn't tighten up the thingies.
It was the one time that I told her to remind me to do something that she remembered and reminded me to do it.
I mean, I would have felt better if I had reminded him, like, hey, don't forget, remember, before we hook up, we got to do it. But I did remember.
But she remembered.
I did.
She could have saved us a lot of headache.
No, I did save us a lot of headache. Not I could have. I definitely did. I don't know what it was either. We just rolled forward and it was like, ding. I don't know. I think I thought about the tires turning. I don't know. Anyways, if you need us, we'll be here for the next, I don't know. How long is it going to take you to do this?
5-10 minutes.
5-10 minutes. Okay. Countdown begin. How you doing? I take that as good.
Some people use old torque wrench and torque them to spec and all this. Look here. I've owned trailers a long time. I've changed a lot of tires in my day, so I got a good feel for it, okay? At one point with our landscape business, I owned over 9 trailers. So I've had my fair share of lug nuts. The specific pry bar is tightening its fair share of lug nuts. In the last video, at the beginning of it, you notice I was talking about not having the right socket. I did go and pick me up the right one. Picked up a whole set of them actually. Courtney looked at me all crazy. Here, I'm a sucker for buying some more tools now. Can't never have too many tools. There ain't no such thing. Old tire number 6 is done.
All right. Now we're ready to go.
Without tires falling off.
That would have been awful. We have made it. We've got a little bit of a skinny site, but I think we can fit in just fine. It's a little bit more narrow than we're used to. Yeah, we need to go back, I think, off of the road just a bit.
Sure, but I just want to make sure that flat doesn't get in front of the tree.
Oh, yeah. I don't think it'll hit it.
Doesn't look like it though.
No, the slide topper. It only comes out to like here, doesn't it?
Something like that. Oh no, that slide topper wouldn't hit that.
Okay.
That's
Cool.
good.
Oh, we didn't turn the water heater off either. That's awesome.
Guess we got hot water.
One thing that we really love having while we travel full time is our enormous mat. It's called a camping mat, but it is 10 feet by 20 feet long.
No, 20.
It's 20 by 10.
No, this is not.
Because the other one is 20 by 8.
No, this is 20. This is 22 by 10. This one's 22.
It's in the description, folks.
It's massive. It's a big old mat. We've had several over the years. They last, depending on how hard you are on them, they last a good while. We actually had one disappear out the back of our truck once. It didn't blow out. I'm confident it got stolen at a Walmart in North Georgia. We've gotten used to moving tables around too.
That's good.
Seems to be a thing that you do at campgrounds as long as they're not bolted down. Anybody need a pair of socks? Know where a pair's hanging out.
You left your socks. Where's the water here? Is it on? Oh, it's right there.
Water's there. Which, look at this, guys. Look at all that rust. It's like, just.
That's the water up here.
That's the water at this campground. And really, we have found that seems to be the water. Northern
Which?
Indiana has really hard water. Things that we think are required or necessary for traveling in an RV full time are as follows. Some type of water filter. You got that backwards. That's supposed to go over on that end.
What in the world?
Can y'all tell that I don't set this up usually?
Secondly, a water rated or potable water rated hose. We've used several over the years. As long as you get something as long as it's rated for potable water. I got a love-hate relationship with these lay flat hoses. I like how compact they get, but I also prefer a big, thick, rigid hose myself.
Kind of.
Lay flat hoses, they don't repair well. I always like to purge the air out of the hose line. But yes, I prefer a rigid hose over a lay flat. And so I think we'll at some point be switching back. If you're someone that is actually getting into RVing and maybe you're buying a used RV, make sure it's got a power cord, and if it doesn't, get one. Because you'll get to where you're going and you'll be stuck because they don't sell these things everywhere. This is a must for us, is having a surge protector. This is the second one we've had. I think the first one fried out a couple of months ago when we had a bad surge, and I don't know if it never worked or that was the first surge we ever had or what, but we got a new surge protector. These are actually in our Amazon store too. I'll leave the link to that down below. But surge protector is a must. Protects your RV's electrical systems, because campgrounds, especially older campgrounds, I would think, sometimes their power isn't the greatest, and anything can happen, you know.
Well, we've noticed a lot more surging at campgrounds during the summer when everybody's got their ACs on and they're just pulling a lot of juice. All right.
This surge protector is a little more fancy than our last one, so for whatever that's worth. But some kind of surge protector. Another thing that you're going to want to absolutely make sure you have are your sewage fittings, because you don't want to get somewhere and not be able to dump your sewage. So another thing we like to use are these hose supports. We've had different ones over the years. We actually just recently got this specific style. We had this like a accordion style one. They get really compact, but over time the sections start breaking off and they start kind of falling apart over time. So far these have been pretty decent, and it helps to just kind of angle your drain hose all the way down to wherever the sewage cap may be. Sometimes we don't use them and the hose just lays on the ground.
Right over there.
It really kind of depends on the terrain. It's another thing that
Now this thing.
I always keep an extra one too, because you never know, and if you forget one somewhere by accident, you've got an extra one. But this is this is what hooks the sewage from that hose to like the drain at the campground, and then this is the same thing except it's a quick release.
It's like yeah.
This threads in. Whenever we buy a hose, sometimes we buy a hose kit and it comes with one of these brand new. It's like if you're looking for a hose, if you just buy a sewage hose kit, it'll usually come with one of these. And so this style will just screw in there, and then this style here, this won't come with a kit. This kind of buy it separately, but it's quick release and it makes it really easy to not have to thread it in. You just put it in, lock it in, and you're good to go. All right, get all our hoses on here. We forgot this. Before we get too deep, you're gonna want something like this too. We used to use, I bet I still got one. We used to use this thing, and these are types of water pressure regulators. I've had some people tell me this is just a flow regulator, but it says RV water regulator, 40 to 50 psi.
So
Made by Valterra. They're really cheap. They're inline, or you can get an adjustable one that you can like adjust it. And they have different styles of this too. Some are brass with a big thing on them. Just kind of depends. Will you turn that water off?
there you go.
Had some pressure on that. Okay, you can turn it back on now. Add that to our personal list of what we like to have, water pressure regulator.
Our must-haves for RV life.
Yeah, what she said.
All right, so as far as we go now, we've got our water set up, clear source, water filter for sure, pressure regulator, got our hose, we've got our power with our surge protector, and then our whole contraption of sewer connections.
Yes.
And that really,
Actually, so in my opinion, things we like to travel with, in a nutshell: water filter, water pressure regulator, water rated potable water hose, obviously a power cord, and for sure 100% a surge protector, and sewage connections.
that you may want.
I keep at a minimum 20 feet of sewage hose, because you usually need it. Sometimes I've had more, but we recently had to throw some away that had worn out. I haven't thrown it away yet. I don't know why. But this is also a surge protector. And we use this surge protector for three and a half years. We're working on year 4, and we just swapped it out. Who knows if it ever worked right?
If it ever worked.
But we for sure had a surge several months ago, and that's why we ended up changing from this. But this is our old one, for whatever that's worth. Look at there, plenty of room. Plenty of room. Another thing that we used to do with our last RV, because the slides stuck out a lot more and we had more of them, was we had actually, the bedroom slide on our last RV was a double accordion. I'll see if I've got a picture of it somewhere. It was like a slide inside of a slide, and it stuck out like over 4 feet. So we'd actually have a stick of some sort that was marked, so that whenever we pulled into sites with trees, we could kind of walk down the side of the RV with that stick and make sure that none of our slides would hit the tree. We don't really have to worry about that now. We kind of have an idea how far these stick out, so we just roll with it. Another thing we've got is Starlink. Now, with our last setup, we had it where it could run through. We had like a hole underneath the RV that would go in the pass-through, and we kind of routed it through some plumbing holes up into the bedroom where the router would sit. We've seen some people just put their routers in the pass-throughs. The way ours is set up, we have a smart plug connector here, and then inside a cabinet in the RV, we have the other end of that our router plugs into that, our dish plugs into that, and then we can just kind of sit it wherever. We've used Starlink, we've used cellular-based services, and we really relied on cellular-based stuff for a long time. And then up until This year, we'd had Starlink since the beginning, and it's great. It's really, really good, especially if you're going out west and you're going to be in like the desert and areas where there's just no cell service anywhere, especially like going up to Alaska last year. There were areas where there was zero cell service, but we could pull over, set up our Starlink, and Wi-Fi call, check emails, do all that kind of stuff. So having a satellite dish as an option is great in my opinion. We've really enjoyed having the Starlink. We recently switched back from cellular to Starlink because uploading all these videos for you requires a lot of reliable speed. Sometimes cellular isn't that fast, so having something that fast to upload videos so that we can be more productive with our days is really important to us. So Starlink is part of our setup as well. All right, y'all. Well, that pretty much wraps it up. You know, that's how we set up our stuff and the things that we use and kind of our general process of things.
Let us know if you have any questions, definitely in the comments. We love interacting with you guys and answering all the questions that we can about our life or RV, truck, I don't know.
Travel. We got a lot
Travel.
coming up, so make sure you hit that subscribe button if you already haven't hit it. If you're new here, thanks for stopping by. We hope you come back to see the next one.
Yeah, because we are about to head out and go get some, it's called a pretzel sandwich. If you've never heard of it, y'all look it up. They're in Shipshawana. They're delicious. Anyways, we're gonna go catch that sandwich and then we will catch you guys on the next one.
Got it. It takes up the whole to-go box.
This is my hand.
One of the best sandwiches I've had. Yoder's Pretzel Shop in Shipshawana, inside the Yoder's Red Barn shop. It's really good. Fantastic. All right, we're really signing off now. We'll see you guys next week. Cheers.